each other in English language. Every language is very important in day-to-day life. So in our Constitution of India, 22 languages are recognized in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. And Article 343 deals with the official language of India. There was good discussion in the Constituent Assembly, which was in favor of Hindi language to be as official language of India. We are seeing today that is still that controversy is going on, that which language is the national language. So all the languages which are recognized in the 8th schedule of the Constitution in India, they are the official languages of each state or the India. We equally treat every language and there is no controversy in the language. So we have the 22 languages, and it was decided in the Article 343 that till the people of India, they are not aware of Hindi language very well, that language will be English also. Simultaneously, English will be sorry. So whatever the communication will be done between the state to state, between the Central Union of India and to the state, that will be in both languages, in Hindi as well as in English. And that still is going on. We have the Language Commission, which is working under the Home Ministry of India. So on 14th September 1949, Hindi was recognized as an official language of India, or we say Raj Bhasha Ayog, Raj Bhasha of Bharat. And every central government office, this English language is taught, and every central government employee has to pass the Hindi language exam. And for that, workshop training is conducted by the official languages officers in every state. This is the position of Hindi in every state. And as a whole, if I say I was there in Guntur Training Center, that is National now the Leadership Institute, Guntur. There I went for the workshop, and there I met Dr. Ram Kumar from Tamil Nadu. So he has the very good competency in Hindi, as well as he is a good orator, and he has the good communication in English as well as in Hindi also. So the person, the teacher of Hindi language, if he knows English very well, and if he has given the posting in Navodaya Vidyalaya or Kendra Vidyalaya schools, or where the CBSE board is running, or where the state board is running, to teach Hindi. So the person who is responsible for teaching Hindi, if he knows English very well, so non-Hindi speaking area, he can teach Hindi very well. Whereas what is happening, especially in Uttar Pradesh, I am talking about, here Hindi teacher, he must know the Sanskrit. There is no compulsion of learning and having competency in English. Whereas for Hindi translator, that Hindi translator must have the knowledge of English very well, and that only he can translate English into Hindi and Hindi into English, vice versa. But as a Hindi teacher, if Uttar Pradesh government is employing any teacher who is responsible to teach Hindi, it is not the matter that he should know the English. No. But it is the matter, it is compulsory that person should know the Sanskrit. That is why this Hindi language is restricted, and it is very difficult to teach Hindi in non-Hindi speaking area such as South India, means Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. These are the states or non-Hindi speaking area where you can go to Manipur, Assam, Bengal, so Puducherry. These where the Hindi is not spoken by the people, it is very difficult to teach Hindi other than the English language. So it is my sincere advice that since I was a teacher in Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti of Hindi language, so I was knowing English very well when I was posted to Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Tirap. There sometime I used to teach Hindi in English medium, and I used to explain Hindi in English, and the students used to understand very well. So they produce good result. And one more thing, if you write Hindi in Devanagari script, children may not understand. But if you write Hindi in Roman language, that is in English, then children they can understand what is written. So all the way, what is my suggestion is that Hindi teacher must know the English, then he can teach Hindi very well, and he can be a good person to spread Hindi in non-Hindi speaking area as well as in the foreign countries. So person of Hindi speaking who is from Hindi speaking area, Hindi speaking states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, Delhi, these and other Hindi speaking states. So it's very nice to know the Hindi. But it is very much important that Hindi teachers should know the English also. Otherwise, a Hindi teacher may be the professor. He is very much competent in Hindi, but if he is not competent in English language, then he may not interact with the student of non-Hindi speaking area where the children they are not knowing very well Hindi language. If he is competent in English, then he can speak in English, he can explain the Hindi in English, he can teach Hindi in English medium, and that's how can Hindi can be spread in Hindi speaking area. I am Dr. Santosh Silal Kamal, advocate, and I was a teacher in Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti. First, I was a teacher in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Jalna, Maharashtra. Secondly, I was the teacher in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Tirap, Arunachal Pradesh. Third, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Golaghat, Assam. And fourth, that is in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Mahoba, Uttar Pradesh. And fifth and last, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Chhindwara, Madhya Pradesh, where I have taught Hindi to all the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya students. Apart from my Hindi teaching, I was a scout master and in the Uttar Pradesh for 11 years. I was a scout master also. So I used to go and arrange the camp for scouting and for especially third Sopan and Rajya Puraskar, I used to go and conduct the exam also for this category. So first Sopan, second Sopan examination is to be conducted in the school level, and third Sopan in the camp, and Rajya Puraskar is in the camp, and then the children they are awarded accordingly third Sopan certificate. After third Sopan certificate, they can go and attend the camp for Rajya Puraskar, and after the Rajya Puraskar, then Rashtrapati Puraskar is there like this. So, my dear gentlemen, my dear learned personalities of India, so we have the responsibility to teach Hindi and spread the Hindi in non-Hindi speaking area, whether as a Hindi teacher, whether as a Hindi translator, or whether we go and settle down there. Then this controversy which is going on, this is a controversy is going on that Hindi is not a national language. Oh, it is actually still it is not an official language in every state, because every state having its own language. Like if you go to Tamil Nadu, they have the official language of Tamil Nadu is Tamil. So everyone is interacting in Tamil, and if they are not, then they are interacting in English. Like in Karnataka, they are very well interacting in Kannada language, and if they not, then they interact in English. Like this is happening in every state, and that is the bad point of Hindi speaking area. People of Hindi speaking area, they don't take any interest in English, and that's how they are not speaking English in public, and they are not having competency in English. Though they have a lot of knowledge, like our Dr. Lakshman Yadav is having lot of knowledge. But recently I have seen his video that he was telling I am not able to speak English very well. So I suggest him. He is having lot of knowledge. So if he develop the competency in English, he can express his ideas very well. Thank you once again. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. आओ भैया